Good evening. It is Friday. It is time for our virtual band parades. Welcome all of you. There is so many. I'm going to have to try reading through these messages again. So many of you all, and here for our 40th one of these. Can you believe that? Never did I believe that we would end up doing this 40 different times. And I don't. Have we counted all the specials in that number, Roy? Is that including all the specials, or is that just the normal ones?
No, that's including the specials. So that's the 1, 2, 3 specials. This is number 37.
Plus
this is actually our 37th Friday or Saturday night show.
Wow. You guys are glutton for punishment. Definitely glutton for punishment.
So, just before you start into the lows, I just want to say, hi, Mum.
Is your mum watching?
No. My adopted mum.
Oh, you mean my mum?
Hello. Hi.
Yes, you two are far too good at collaborating to take the piss out of me. I don't like it at all. Well, welcome everyone. Let's get started. So tonight we thought we would get away with doing a Friday and Saturday night of virtual 12 parades and then there was so many clips sent into us. We're now in our third night and that is it. We're doing no more after tonight. They all have to fit into tonight. So if you haven't sent us in your clips, don't bother sending your clip of the 12 because we're just not doing it. I'm fed up with the sash, okay? I am fed up with the sash. I don't want to hear it until next year. So we're going to go to our first clip. This band should have had their parade on Wednesday night. It's not an intruder, by the way. It's my teenage son going back and forth. We should. This band should have had their parade on Wednesday night in Ballymoney. It is, of course, the one and only Danaki Flip Band, and this is them from 2019. And I believe this parade it's Dervick's. I think Dervick Parade. Thought that was a great wee clip of Danaki there, just coming out at the starting point where they've stopped and you can get to hear them properly. Now, I'm going to try and see if we can get through some of these messages. Apologies if I have missed the start of them, but I'll go through as many as I can. I don't like reading out too many. So I've missed probably the first 50 of them. Apologies. Rebecca and Jordan are watching us as always tonight. We're always interested to hear where you're watching from, Rebecca. Tonight, they're in Ballymena, Roy. Trevor McFarland is watching, Rab Sweeney, Caroline Hughes, Jim Elliott, William Callahan. I hope you're nice and comfy, William. You sent us a photo last week of how comfy you were looking. David U. Pritchard is watching. John China is watching. Brian Emerson is watching, as is Alan Knox. Anne and Roy are watching from Portrush. Ronnie, not Roy. Ronnie is in Portrush on the whiskey and the beer tonight again. My goodness, Ronnie.
Just while you're on, Ronnie.
You met them last week.
I did. I met up with them. Social distancing meeting. Absolutely fantastic to me. He is such a gentleman. I have to say that, hand on heart, he is such a gentleman.
In other words, Ronnie, you slipped him money. That's basically, that's how you did that.
No, I had to slip him money for him to sort of say that I wasn't a bad bloke.
David Cunningham, good evening. Diane Steele up in God's Country of Lima Valley. Joel Jackson, Claire Sweeney just round the corner there. Amy and Denise already in Wet Coke. Mark Hinney's watching, as is Betty Parkinson. David Gray is watching from Erskine. Leslie Bailey, good evening to you all. Jim Elliott, William Smith, Roy Patterson, hello there. How are you keeping over there? What's your weather like? Ours is wet and miserable, I'm afraid. Betty Parkinson, Tony Miller, Michelle McDonald. Hope you and Richard are having. You're never in the house. You're never housed used to. Robert Goldsmith wants to know next week, could you open with Wally Rock? Next week, we've got special stuff planned for next week, so stay tuned and we'll tell you all about that. Brian says it's a rotten evening in Fermanagh. Sandra Jamison is watching. Roy Fisher is, well, we mentioned Roy in sunny California. Oh, no, that was a different Roy. Apologies. Morris Work is watching. I know you're in Coleraine, Morris. Curtis Penny, David Thompson from the Maiden City, Philip Miller from Randallstown, Eddie Torney. Eddie, I saw a comment from you later on. You were asking, is there any Ballyhalbert tonight? I don't know. There you go, Eddie. There you go.
No, it's tomorrow night, Eddie, and it's definitely in there. I have seen it. Lisa has got it. Lisa has got it sorted and put in there for you, Eddie. Don't worry. I'm going
to be sacked. Lisa's keeping everybody happy. Chrissy Cunningham says hi to us both there, Roy. Roy Yahoy is watching, my dancing partner. China wants a tune from the Gert. Valerie Rowan Dunloy, ? I'm not sure. Are you asked? The first tune was from Dunloy. Joan Strawbridge is watching. Ricky Quickly, William Fenton, evening, William, you'll be happy tonight. I can tell you that now. Perry the Main on tonight. Yes, they are. So you're going to be happy, Caroline. Wesley Rinner, hello from Tully Alley, Londonderry, and Anyburn Tullet. I haven't seen any clips of Tullet. And tonight's the last night of the 12th, so I don't want to see any clips. I don't want to be feeling guilty for not including any. Gladys Glasgow is watching from Burnley in Lancashire. Is the county on? I could only see halfway down my list, so I'll know later. Tim Webb says, massive thanks to the both of you for taking the time out of your weekends and whenever else you put on a virtual parade. It's been great to watch from time to time against a chance to. Not a problem, Tim, and hopefully you are doing well. And it'll be great to see us all back, and hopefully your new wheels are doing well as well.
I saw a video of him. He's not only got the new wheels now, he's got the motor power bit to go in the front, so he can actually go on 3 wheels and go and power himself. And
Northwest next year.
He's only got 45 badges left, folks. So if anybody wants to support the wheelchair loyal, which helps the Rangers Foundation, Tim Webb, if you look him up on Facebook, he's only got 45 of them left, folks. So let's get them all sold for him.
Brilliant cause, absolutely brilliant cause. Right, let's get back into the music. Now, I'm only aware of one band having a parade tonight. So if we have got this wrong, you can blame Lisa. No, that's not true. I'm only aware of one band, and Lisa has confirmed that she's only aware of one band, so you can blame both of us. So the band who should have been having a parade tonight are, of course, up in Omagh. It would have been the Blair Memorial, and this is a little clip of them from their own parade last year. big band there out at their own parade. I am sure next year when we get to the parade again, it will be equally the same. Hopefully bigger. Hopefully all this enforced sitting in the house and enforced missing of parades will let everyone see exactly what they're missing. They will be flocking back to the bands, flocking back to the loyal orders, and for those of us who can't do it, then we'll be standing at the side of the road supporting those who do.
And we update on the badges. He's only got 20 left.
You're like the commercial break in between, Roy. You are. That's exactly what you are. The commercial break. So I'm going to shout out a few more of these messages because if I don't get through them, then I'm going to end up losing them. So Victor Smith says, good going. John King says, hi to all from John in Oma. Jimmy says, hello from Great Yarmouth. Harry MacArthur is watching in Glasgow. Hiya, Harry. Hope you're doing well. Bobby Moore is watching again in New Zealand. He says he's loving it. We're glad you enjoy it, Bobby. Are you from here originally and are now an ex, isn't it an expat they call it? Not an exile living over there in New Zealand. I worked with a crowd from New Zealand, did a couple of projects for New Zealand. I didn't get the chance to go over, but it sounds beautiful. Lila and Kathy is watching in Malile. Meg is watching in Swaffham, Norfolk. Campbell is in Belfast. Jean Kerr is Wast hung from? Jean, are you in the drink, dear? Are you? I can't make head nor tail of that message. David Sherrison says to evening, everyone. Alex says, hi, Valerie. Looking forward to the show. Alex, I don't think there's any counting on tonight. I'm going to have to go through the rest of the list to see who all is on tonight because I created it last week before, and it can't have been the week before, but last week anyway, and I can't remember who I'll put on it. Geraldine Stewart says hi from Oma, and Victoria is also watching. Alan Curtis Penny says, hope you're keeping well. This is very good for the band scene. I hope it's just keeping everybody interested and giving them something to do on a Friday and Saturday night. Morag says hi from Hart Hall. Tam is watching in Wishaw. Wooly is admiring your flag behind you there, Roy. What one is it? Is it the Marching of Ketis? Oh. Are you mute?
No, I was a mute. So it's Rascal Pros and Boys, and it's a one-off flag. There's not another one actually like that anywhere. It was made, and there's a slight mistake on it, so it was actually given to me. But I'm still very proud of it, and it does look really good on camera.
Yeah. Special one-off for you. Yeah.
And just while we're on the commercial break and talking about things, hang on, I'm going to go put me big screen. Yeah, I'm putting me big screen. Oh, that one. Right. So there is
me from the big screen.
Yeah.
Is that what you've done?
There is the wheelchair loyal. It's not going to focus because it's on me. That's the wheelchair loyal badge. Can be got through Tim. And then just another little thing, promotion for ourselves, Valerie, this time. So.
Oh, okay. So I'm watching you on my other screen.
The Light of Foot badge, which is still available to be purchased. If you can contact either Valerie or myself for one of these beautiful badges. All money goes to help support the Light of Foot, which is a charity in itself, which is there designed to help for mental health in the band scene, folks. So there we go. Valerie's back again.
So if you've got any spare wardrobes or any spare beds or anything like that you're looking out of the house to sell, you don't need to go to any of these buy and sell places now on Facebook. Just come to us. We'll sell them for you. So our first clip from the 12th day, let's start ourselves nice and easy. This is Black Hill Accordion Band playing on the 12th morning. It looks to be the yard or the car park of the hall, and we'll start off nice and easy with a lovely hymn. Near My God to Thee, very well known by all bandsmen and all members of the Loyal Orders, because we usually have a blast of it at some time throughout the year, the whole lot. So a few more messages, then straight on to the next tune. Margaret Gilmore is saying hello to Ray and Karina from Port Glasgow. Tony Miller wants to know, is the Mighty Ballykeel on tonight? No, I don't believe they are. Dave wants to know if any Shankill Road Defenders are playing. Dave, I didn't get sent any clips of Shankill Road Defenders. Did I? No, I didn't. Nobody sent me a clip. Russell says hi from Lanarkshire. Mary McKee says good evening, everyone. Philip Marshall wants the North Ballymena Protestant Boys that Roy videoed on 13. We've already had them.
Yes, we've already had that clip.
Yeah.
It really was on the very first week, first time we did this.
Trevor Flynn says hi from Sergeant White Memorial. Stephen Owen wants to know any White Rock on tonight. Again, White Rock, I don't think anybody has sent me a clip of the White Rock, and it's too late now. I want no more sashes. No more sashes. So I'm hoping that there's no more sashes in any of these parades tonight.
And Darren Fletcher's just come in time. That's all I can say. Not going to say why, but Darren Fletcher's just joined us in time.
Okay, well, our next tune will keep Roy happy for the rest of the night. I mean, we have to keep him happy some way. So this is Pride of the Main, playing in the 12th day in Gilgorm. Now, I think this would have been a fantastic clip for a drone or something like that there, because the way it's all set out, it would have been brilliant for a drone coming in, sweeping over the band. You see, look, I'm now looking at all these clips going, oh, that would be good for a drone. That would be good for a drone. Why were you not there, Roy, with your drone?
Because I was down in Lisburn.
So this is Pride of the Main. Brilliant there. I'd actually forgot that was Relentless clip, and I seen Michelle doing it. So you could have Richard doing the video on the ground, Michelle taking the still photography, and then you swooping in from above. What a dream team that would have been, huh?
Are you looking to get a job as a promoter or something?
Well, I mean, I'm not getting any commission out of sales and getting China shop, so I might as well get money for somewhere. Let's do a few more comments. Oh, let me see. Joy says it would have been a long lockdown without the virtual band company. Oh my goodness, Joy. I think we're converting you to be as mad as the rest of us. We really are. Everybody was sensible before they started watching this, starting this show. Big hi, says Tracy from Billy Boy and Tracy C from Denny in Scotland. And Robert is saying that Blair Memorial is planning a parade for the 14th of August. Now you mentioned that, I do remember that, so that'll be good. Looking forward to see a few
So you
parades.
should, because you actually created an event for
No,
it.
I'm just thinking that. I forgot. Sorry. It's good to see so many parades starting to come back again, particularly towards the end of August, beginning of September, and all that kind of stuff. So I don't think any of the big parades will be back. I've got a hair somewhere. I don't think any of the big parades will be back, because of, getting people there with public transport and buses and all that kind of stuff. But it's good to see normal smaller parades come back. You'll be rid of us soon. Eddie Baird and family are watching in Antrim. Lisa's confirmed that County are on tomorrow night. Erwin is watching in 5 Mile Town. Stuart says hi. Jane says no, she's completely sober. She touched something before I finished the message and on it went. It's all right, Jane. I'm only keeping you going. You should know by now. Brian says hi from Sucky in Scotland. Did I say that right, Brian? Sucky? Yes. Sucky, as in Sucky Hall. Hopefully I said that right. Hi to Brian Green. Hopefully you enjoyed the wee hymn there from Black Hill Brian. Evelyn is watching from Castle Douglas in Scotland. Tommy Voles is on. Hiya, Tommy. Hope you keep him well. Brian said it's a wee bit echo. With that first clip, I think there was something a wee bit funny with the sound, just the way the person was taking it. Sean Blair's online, as is Mabel Graham and Wally Moore. Christopher Patton. Christopher, I don't recognise you by your proper name. Just you need to start, putting your nickname on there instead. Kenneth Hamill is watching from Glasgow, as is Scott Wiley. And Brenda says hi from Ards. Let's go on to another clip now. So we've had a little bit of accordion. We've had a little bit of Blood and Thunder. Let's have a little bit of the concert flute. This is Ballyloan Concert Band on the 12th morning. And they took to, again, looks to be the car park of the local hall. And this little number is Legs 11. Now, apparently my voice was going a little bit funny. Is that any better? I disconnected my mic and connected it again just in case that made any difference whatsoever. It could be our broadband. It could be your broadband.
It must be something to do with the stream, because there was no echo of you coming through to me. So this and the sound coming through here, the levels are all perfect. So it's something that's happened between the stream leaving here in Ballymena and getting out to the outer world.
There you go. It's not our fault. Just pay your bill, okay? Just put another 50p in the meter and you will be grand.
Or get the children to run faster than the wheels to keep the internet going.
Treadmill. Oh, David Mixon is watching in Motherwell. Hi to you. Paul is in from Belfast, Upper Falls Protestant Flip Band. Good to have you along, Paul. Normally we've had Upper Falls quite a few times on the show featuring. Mandy says, can you say hi to my Jimbo, please? He's enjoying a wee scone tonight watching me and Roy. Well, up in the D, having wee scones. My goodness, good for you. Funny, my mum bakes every so often and brings in wee scones. They never last longer than 10 minutes. My goodness, they disappear like gold dust. So just you send down a wee scone for me, Mandy. Never you worry about Jim up there. Davy Logan says, class playing wee band. I wonder, is that Pride of the Main or was that Ballyloan we're talking about? Because I'm getting caught up here. Joshua Marsh says, not too often I compliment Blood and Thunder, but that has to be up there as the top Blood and Thunder flute core. So we're obviously talking Pride of the Main. That's okay. I've figured out where we are. Albert Harkness. Hiya, Albert. How are you feeling? Hopefully you're recovering well after your stroke. And hopefully is your speech coming back to normal. Make sure you do all the physio that is set for you. Absolutely do it, because my father actually 10 years ago on Wednesday past, he took a major brain hemorrhage and hydrocephalus, and we were told that was it. Twice in a week we were told that was it. And then he took major strokes as a result of the brain surgery, and we were told he wouldn't walk again. He lost complete power of his left side, and we were told he wouldn't walk again. He really dedicated himself to the physio. He was up walking. He has limited use of his left arm, but you know, when he can be a bit lazy. So when you force him to do something with the left arm, he can. But you know, like he's a man, he's lazy. Walking around with his stick and all that there for a long time. He had his car up and running. So for 10 years, he has had all that mobility that he wouldn't have had if he didn't stick at the physio. So make sure, Albert, that you stick at whatever physio exercises and really do them, because they really, really do work. Okay, that's for sure. What?
It seems to be whenever someone said there is whenever I come in that the echo comes on. So I've changed my mic settings. So we'll see if the echo's coming through now, so somebody can confirm if they're hearing the echo.
Do you know how we would solve that echo?
But you're the one that I normally keep my mic muted, but you're the one that says don't keep your mic muted.
You set yourself up for that. You're not to blame for yourself.
No, you are, because you're the one that tells me not to. You're the one that says do not keep your mic muted.
Let's have another bit of music, something completely different this time. This is Star of Toxteth on the 12th Day, and they are, of course, from Liverpool. Carl Sullivan sent this one over to us, so hopefully you're watching, Carl, and hopefully all of you enjoy this. This is the Concertina Band. Brilliant. Now, who made that comment? Trevor Monaghan. Best thing that has come out of Liverpool lately. Trevor, look. Okay.
Yeah, and there's one word missing from that. Alone.
What? Look.
On a t-shirt, there's one word missing. Alone.
Look. We are Liverpool. This means more. Okay? How dare you say
that? You've got orange juice in your thing. And also, whenever you get to 20, come back and talk to us. Now, can anybody... Is the echo still there? Is it sound like Valerie's in the sink or in the bottom of the sea still? Or does it sound a lot better because I've changed...
I know, maybe I'm below the stairs, but, put me in the sink. It's a bit much. James Robinson says, can't understand a word you're saying. Speak slower. Are you from these shores, James, or is it just this Ulster Scots brogue of mine that is causing you problems?
Maybe your Scots brogue, it's just your Coleraine brogue.
I spent half these programs sticking me tongue right at you, you bugger you. Right. Let's see where we're talking to now. Sammy Monteith is online, loving the tunes. Glad to hear it, Sammy. Any clips of SPB? No, there are. Don't think so.
And Mummy says it sounds better now. So me changing the mics sound.
Okay, good. That's good. Mummy. No SPB on, but somebody did ask, have we Star of the Row on? And yes, we do. We have them on later. Valerie, could you say hello to my hubby, Davies Parkinson, who is watching tonight with me? You will be pleased to hear he is another silver band man. Good man, Davy. I'm sorry. The bad news for you is we have no silver bands on tonight. None at all. And I do apologize to all our silver band fans, including myself. But we don't have any clips of them. The only clips we had, we've shown over the previous 2 nights. So I do apologise for that. Because, I like my wee bit of silver definitely on the band show. Now, we're going to move to a little bit of Blood and Thunder. This is Clochfern, Young Conquers, again on the 12th day. Watched that video the other night, and whenever I was choosing the clips for the show, and I had to watch it twice because they just amble along there as unconcerned, really slow dander down the road. Just like it's so laid back. It's unbelievable. Oh, let me see a few more comments here. We'll try and get these all caught up with. Neil from the Scottish Borders is watching. Neil McKinnon. Albert says, yes, it's coming back. Glad to hear that, Albert. So glad to hear that. Jimmy wants to know, could you wish an old friend Sammy Moffat in Annalong a speedy recovery? And that comes from all the Morgans in Great Yarmouth. So, of course, Sammy, hopefully you're feeling better soon. A nice speedy recovery for you. And not only does that come from the Morgans, but from all the rest of us here at the Virtual Band Parades. Hopefully you're back on your feet soon. John wants to know, have we any pipe bands tonight? I don't think so. I think we have exhausted our pipe band clips from the 12th day, to be honest. But there's still loads of great bands on here. Aaron Cranston is watching from a very hot Canada. Oh, lovely to have you on board with us here, Aaron. Everybody welcomes you. Hopefully you enjoy the music of all of our bands here. Billy McDonald says he has started physio at Musgrave because he's broke his spine. My goodness, Billy. And he has to say it's absolutely brought me on leaps and bounds. Billy, I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it from my own eyes. It really does make a difference, but you have to put the work in. And you know what men are like, and especially my dad. He doesn't believe in newfangled things, like hypnotherapy and hypnosis and physiotherapy and all that sort of stuff. Unless it's in plaster, there's nothing wrong with it. But he really stuck at it, and it really did just change his mobility. Wesley says Burn Tullett Sons of Ulster flute band 40th anniversary last year. Congratulations, Wesley, but why are you telling me that? In what context? Did I say something? Was there something I said? But anyway. Robert says there was some ping off the base. Yes, that was the Star of Talk to us, absolutely. And yes, Victoria, they did play the sash. I am just biding my time till the end of tonight, and then hopefully no more. Carl says we haven't heard that for a while. Carl Sullivan says that was Sons of the Sea and the sash played by Star of Toxtus, and that's the first sash tonight. Yes,
you didn't. You forgot to, or I forgot to remind you that you actually told Lisa to find all the bands tomorrow night playing the sash.
No, I did not.
So it's a full night of the sash tomorrow night. That's what. Well, Lisa's gone and got every single band playing the sash.
Oh, there's a lot of comments there about United. We're just going to skip on past those, aren't we? I am not in the sync, Nicola. I can just assure you, my wee best friend there says that I'm in the sync. I am definitely not in the sync. Oh, Robert, that was your old, or John, that was your old band, the Star of Talk. So hopefully enjoyed that. I can hear an echo now, Roy, whatever you've just done. It's all your fault. Roy sounds as if he's in Portrush. Sounds very far away. Now, Joy, that is such an opening for an insult. I'm just going to say insert your own insult here, and you can think of them while we listen to the next band. It's an accordion band. One we haven't had much on the show at all. In fact, I'm not even sure we've had them yet. This is Ballet. No, sorry. It's not Ballet anything. It's Black Sessa? Sessa? Coronation accordion. Have I said that right? Jay McCory sent this one in to us, so hopefully you're watching and enjoying them, and tell me if I said it right. So this is Black Sessish. I don't know. It's an coronation accordion. Play the clip. I can't announce it. that's lovely. They're obviously playing outside that wee lady's house. That's so nice. There's so many bands did things like that there over the 12th this year. It's just fantastic. It's just absolutely fantastic. And Carl, thank you. Black Sesha, is that right? Black Sesha? Accordion. Where would it be without you guys? Absolutely lost. Now, our next band, I'm really excited to. I think this is it. I think this is the clip where we actually get to see Ashe and Sirius parading for the first time. The two new marching Nikitas along with Ghost. So hopefully this is the right clip. I think it is. I'm hoping it is. But this is Constable Anderson parading in Larne on the 12th day. Ooh, ooh. Well, I can read out a few comments here. My mum says there's not many things you watch on TV that you can contact and tell them their voice is funny. Indeed. Absolutely. Josh says first class customer service on this show. Of course. What else do you expect? My goodness. Val, can you say hello to Mary from Irvine? So hi, I think I'm passing on hello to you, Mary from Irvine. Hopefully I've got that right. Neil is watching from the Harbour Bar in Portrush. Oh, I've been watching your clips all week, Neil, or your pictures all week, and you seem to be dining out quite a lot. Your reputation is obviously preceding you. Jean Kerr wants to know, is Market Hill Protestant Boys on tonight? Yes, they are, Jean. Brian says, no pipes, no silver. I know, Brian, but you know, if you guys would video yourselves when you do these things so that the rest of them can see them. Neil's going to catch up in the morning. It's on the red button. That's right. Caroline Hughes has asked us to give her husband Sammy a wee shout out for his birthday, and we will. We have a couple of birthdays lined up for us for later on. Brian says it's a flute and squeeze box show. You're right. You are absolutely right. And Wesley had been asking if we had a clip of the Burn Tulip Parade. So tonight's just 12th of July clips, okay? That's all we're doing. This is our third night of bands who performed somewhere over the 12th of July, and we have a clip of them over 1 minute, okay? Because I got quite a few clips of like 37 seconds sent to me, so they had to be over a minute. And normally we sort of say, give us full tune, but if they were over a minute, we took them. So our next one, as I said, is Constable Anderson Larne. I'm hoping now, I'm starting to think, are the dogs in this? I hope so, because I'm dying to see them.
videos.
Oh, I watch them. I've commented on yours a few times.
Thank you.
I'm just laughing there. That is a perfect example of the risks of being a videographer in front of the band. Your wee woman came up and had a full conversation with Neil. It was quite fun. I asked him what he was doing. He was like, I'm videoing the band parading here. And that was a marshal. Oh, dear, 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 dear. Mark Graham wants to know, did I see the drummer slip to the front of Ardara accordion on the parade on the 12th? I did indeed. And they now think that's going to be a regular occurrence. Drummers at the front of an accordion band? Mark, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to be good for them. Absolutely not. Now, speaking of accordion bands, I'm hoping these guys don't have the drummers at the front of them. This is a Rawdon accordion band. Again, someone that we don't have on the show very often, so it's great to be able to feature them from the 12th day. And this is, of course, them doing their performance the 12th day. Please don't be the sash.
Depends which way you look at this to whether the drummers are at the front or the back.
Okay. Don't be feeling you need to adjust your sets in any way. Unfortunately, that's the way the video goes. There wasn't anything that we can do about it. But because they made such an effort on the 12th day, we want to include that clip of Rawdon Band there. So hope you enjoyed that rather unique location. I do remember reading where it was, but I can't remember now. Does someone else? Where? Mountains of Mourne. God's country, the Mountains of Mourne. Just indeed. Sorry, I've just read the messages there. Alan wants to know, is Pride of Ballinran on the list? Alan, I think we played Pride of Ballinran on the first of our 12th shows. Yeah, this is, of course, the third of 3. And Betty says, yeah, I was right. It's the orange and blue. Oh, I'm sure we'll have another sash before we're finished. Hopefully not from these next guys. We'll go as long as we can. This is Sons of Ulster Shankill, and again, playing over the 12th weekend. Is that all we have of that one? Yeah, not all the clips, unfortunately, we got were full clips because they were just, the majority of them were just people capturing them on mobile phone, but we did want to share them with you. Now, tomorrow night is a non-12th and hopefully a non-sash night because we're back to our normal programming of just requests that you guys have asked for over the years. Lisa has been compiling them and is doing a fantastic job. Now, we're going to try something completely different tomorrow night. We don't know whether it's going to work or not, but definitely make sure you're stay tuned to find out or not. I don't want to talk too much about it in case I jinx it, because it literally is the first time we've tried this, but we'll see how it gets on. So make sure you're here tomorrow night, that's for sure. Definitely don't miss the start of the show. Now, our next band up on our list is Armagh True Blues. So any of you Armagh True Blues fans out there, have a good go at this one. This is them again over the 12th weekend. I knew we were going to come across at least one more of them, probably more before the end of the night. Can't avoid it. Can't avoid it. Now,
What was that tune? I didn't recognise it.
Lisa calls it the collarette. Mark Graham let us know that I don't know for the regular listeners. Mark said that Mark's brother, who was in the Rod and Accordion band, had a very bad accident back in April, and I hope you all remember that we were sending him my best wishes and all that. And I had been in touch with Mark, and Mark was telling us that he was doing not too bad. He was out of hospital and was on the road to recovery, but unfortunately he's back in hospital again. And hopefully, Mark, it's nothing too serious, just a little glitch, and he keeps in the right direction. But Mark was letting us know there in the messages that Rodden, that was them playing at the Blue Loch in the Mourns, and that they also stopped at William's house and played for him on the 12th morning. Again, you just, like the bands they just amaze me. They are so wonderful, aren't they? Now, where are we going to go next? We're going to go to Ballylesson. This is Ballylesson Old Boys, again over the 12th weekend, because our show tonight is nothing but 12th weekends, or 12th weekend music. And this is Ballylesson. No, my luck, it's going to be another sash. Great there from Ballylesson Old Boys, and thankfully it was the old mud cabin and not the sash, which was great. Every non-sash tune is a bonus for me tonight. Robert says, it sounds like everything playing twice. I wonder, did I forget to mute on that one? Oh, you muted me. I don't like the fact that... Okay, well, that solves that then. Hi. You're going to get a warning tonight. I'm telling you.
Nobody could hear him say that because I had muted. But yes, I do apologise. At the start of that clip, folks, I hadn't muted my mic and noticed it was coming through. So therefore, you would have heard it coming through from mine as well as going live. So
it's all right, Roy. We're only human. Everyone makes mistakes. There's silence coming.
You would never make a mistake, would you?
Never, ever. I don't put any towns in any wrong countries whatsoever. Never do that
or
at all. Or
put bands off the road.
That one, you did have to bring it up. I'm trying to let that die a death because I'm sure Lisburn Young Defenders are fed up listening to it.
No, Lesbian Young Flanders really enjoy it.
Susan says she's just walked in the door from work through to my glorious voice. Well, Susan, where do you work? You must work in a, I don't know. I was going to say a mental
asylum. Yeah, probably asylum somewhere. Arkansas Asylum.
Donald says that it would have been Defenders of the Rock Lisbon parade tomorrow night. It would have did, as well as South Belfast Young Conquerors tomorrow during the day, and also Dunloy Accordion and Ballymoney tomorrow night. So do make sure you join us tomorrow night because we're going to try something a wee bit special. We've never tried it before. We hope it works. Might work. We don't know until we try it. So that's the problem with live shows. If you make mistakes or if things don't work, you don't have a chance to retry it again. For instance, this next is a perfect example. We were meant to be going to Crimson Star, but unfortunately the video is now being made as private by whoever had posted it, so we can't show it any longer. But indeed, we can show Ballymacart Defenders. So once again, this is them playing on the 12th day. And big thanks to Billy King, who sent this clip to us. Super there from Ballymacart. Love listening to that band. I wish they would go back to their old uniforms, but you know the ones with the black, like felty, fuzzy hats and the green? I thought that looked superb. Very, very distinctive. I always think bands should try to have something, generally just in bands, full stop, because when I was in a band, I always preferred just something a wee bit different, something that nobody had ever done before. I don't like copying folk. I like being original and coming up with new ideas. And I always thought that uniform of Ballymacarts just stood out. It's the same as Upper Falls Protestant Boys. Do you remember their pink jackets? They were, I don't know that they were meant to be pink. Maybe they were. They were like a pinky, mauvey, lighty, purpley colour. But they were so distinctive. You knew who they were coming. You know, they didn't blend in the way that, you know, if you had a black shirt or, you know, whatever. I think having that wee bit of distinction and that wee bit of difference is always good for a band. Now, before we go to the next band, I want to talk to you about next weekend. You may have seen a post that I put on the main page talking about next weekend. Now, normally, there are 3 cancer parades. Well, there used to be 3. There's only 2 now. 2 cancer parades here around the North Coast. One in Portrush, which would have been a weekend in July, 17th, usually around that there, the weekend after the 12th. And then the other one is the Ballymoney Cancer Research. And there used to be one in Bushmills as well. I wish someone would resurrect it because it's such a brilliant cause. But the Ballymoney Cancer Research would have been next Saturday night, as well as, you know, like the normal parades and all of that. And it always used to be really, really well supported. And they always used to lift quite a lot for, as I say, a worthwhile charity. The problem is this year, of course, they're not having a parade because they can't. So they are going to lose an awful lot of donations. So they contacted us here and asked us if we could help out by setting our night of the parade towards Ballymoney Cancer. So we're only too delighted to do so. However, we're going to make it 2 nights and we're going to ask you to help them donate. Now, so we've done this for 40 weeks. We haven't asked you for anything at all. What I did was I contacted a guy in Ballymoney who has done band videos for years and purchased for him 15 years worth of Ballymoney Cancer Researches, right? So I bought 60 quid's worth of DVDs for us to watch next weekend, okay? So if I can do that there, the very least that you guys can do is just make a small donation towards cancer research to try and help them raise as much as possible. So next weekend is going to be our cancer research parade. It's going to feature clips coming right back from 1994 right up until last year. Every clip, 15 years worth, okay? So
And also be prepared for lots of commercial breaks.
Yes, because Roy will be keeping reminding you to donate. So there is a text number. I have posted it below the post on the forum. And then we'll be reminding you frequently next Friday and Saturday night. So don't complain. We haven't asked you guys for anything whatsoever the whole time we've done this, and we didn't. It's never been what we wanted to do. But when these guys contacted us and said about, you know, could we help out in any way? And I've lost so many family members from my extended family for that, from that horrible disease, that it's the least that we can do. So we're asking you to help us to help them. Okay, so if I can spend £60 and 3 jam-packed DVDs, the least you can spend is a wee donation towards it. Now, that's next Friday and Saturday night. So hopefully you will join. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get watching these clips. I'm going to spend the whole week doing nothing but watching those clips and getting really, really good shots out of them. And he said the quality of them is brilliant because it's very high definition DVD or VHS tapes. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. I can't wait to get sitting through these. They're going to disown me in this house for the rest of the week, but there you go. Now, where we're going to go next, we are going to go to Market Hill. Someone was asking about Market Hill earlier on. So this is Market Hill Protestant Boys, again, over the 12th weekend. sorry, I'm too busy looking for a clip for Roy. We can go on to the next clip and then skip back to that one. That do? Yeah, we're having a wee problem with a clip, so we're just just making arrangements. Say it's live. This is all the joy of live shows. So we're going to go now to Anaho District number 6, and this is Mulnahorn, LOL 1644. Now I don't know who the band is because they didn't say, but it was one that I could get of a pipe band. I forgot about this one, but I don't know who they are, so that's why I don't have any name against them. But it's at least a clip of pipes on the 12th day. There, at least we managed to get one pipe band for you. I have to say, we really struggled to get videos of either pipe bands or silver bands playing over the 12th period, which was really unfortunate. So you guys now know there are an audience out there for you. People do want to hear you. So when you perform at things, just make sure you get a recording of them, and make sure you record full tunes as well, okay? So that we have something if we ever need to do this again. Though hopefully we don't. Now, did that work, Roy? Did you manage to get that one, find that one? Now, this was sent to us by Trevor Lennon, who I think is watching. I think I saw you commenting earlier, Trevor, this is Inch Flute Band again on the 12th day. My head's away with it. I was trying to message you to say birthdays after the next one. I can't do two things at once. The young guy on the cymbals there wearing his mask, and the band all really well socially distanced. They're all keeping the 1 meter apart. Now, I just happened to notice that a relative of mine, Billy Hill, has joined online there, and I'm just noticing from your profile pic, William, is that a little bambino in your profile pic? Are you now a granda? Is that what I'm seeing there? Congratulations if you are. Great to hear. Absolutely fantastic news. I just happened to notice that out of the corner of my eye as your name come up past. Now, we're going to go to the next band, and then we're going to do the birthdays after this. So while this band is playing, if you have anyone else, I've got a couple of birthdays in, but if you have any more, do let us know during this next band, and then we can include them with the rest as we give them a wee shout out. So this next band is Killaloo. Actually, it's not. It's a really good mixture of several bands from the London area. This clip includes Killaloo, Lindsay Mooney, Pride of the Orange and Blue, as well as East Bank Protestant Boys. And the way that they have done it, and they sent the clip to me, and the way that they've done it is really, really great because they have went around their local area with the bands in the bands forum and got them all onto one wee clip. So it looks really good. So you've got a few minutes now to get us all your birthdays in for next. So this is a selection of the bands from Londonderry. No, I haven't. It doesn't start at the beginning. It starts. Yeah. Wonder did it change my mind? I think I maybe did, because I think maybe there's several tunes in the first band. Well, it started where I started it. No, start. Oh, well, okay. Okay, go. That would be why I had it starting later. Oh, did you stop? No, keep playing, keep playing. They just keep playing one after the other. I've confused Roy far too much by throwing too many bands at him at the one clip. Sorry, Roy, I should have said that they're all on the one clip, but it was very well done.
But the best of it all, total length on the spreadsheet, 1 minute 12 seconds.
What?
On the spreadsheet.
Yes.
Oh, that's
8 minutes 43.
8 minutes 43.
Let's go to birthdays. So we've got a few birthdays in, okay? So first of all, I want to give a big shout out to Lynn, whose birthday it is. Lynn, we have been contacted by not only your daughter Faye to wish you a happy birthday, but what did I do with my phone? But also your sister, I think sister-in-law, sister. Let me get to the message quickly. Yes, from sister-in-law, from Carl and Paul in Limavady. So happy birthday to you, Lynn. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope that Faye, couldn't think of the name there, and I've just read it literally 2 seconds ago. I hope Faye has you absolutely spoiled rotten. I hope she's done all the housework and done everything for you today, because I mean, it is your birthday after all. I also want to wish Sammy a happy 60th birthday today. No, Wednesday. And that comes from Caroline Hughes, and happy birthday to you, Sammy. So Caroline, you have got until Wednesday to figure out how you're going to spoil them in this lockdown period, okay? Now, a few other birthdays have come in there.
Yeah, I just want to say happy birthday to my stepdaughter, Sky, who was 8 on Thursday.
Oh, happy birthday, Sky. What did you get her?
She got loads of stuff. Loads of Frozen stuff, Frozen 2 stuff.
She's into Frozen.
Yeah, she's into Frozen.
Thankfully, I missed that. Thankfully. We had Ben 10 and things like that there instead. Thankfully, I missed Frozen. Happy birthday to Hans Jordan for his 21st birthday, and also Yvonne Johnson on the 20. Oh no, not your 21st birthday, Hans. It's not your 20. It's on the 21st, and Yvonne's birthday is on the 23rd. So that's James' mum and dad. So James, I hope you are really, really going to spoil them, because that's bound to be really sore in the pocket. Mum and dad in the space of 3 days. That's sore on you. But happy birthday to you both. And wish Jane Weir a happy birthday for Sunday, member of Ardara and Corbett accordion bands. One band isn't enough for you, Jane. Happy birthday. And that comes from Keith. And also to the big drum player, Stevie Gaw. Happy 50th today from your mates in Ulster Grenadiers, Carrickfergus. Stevie, I'd have thought you'd have been older than 50. You've been about for quite a while. You know, you've been beating that big drum for a long time.
That's from David Milligan. To catch up on you, though.
Oh, that's from David Milligan. If you want to know who to thump the next time you see them. Let me see. Happy birthday to Jamie Lee Rainey from All in Crimson Star, and that is from Sarah McMinn. And I think that's maybe the lot of the birthday. So happy birthday to you all. To anyone else that we have missed, or anyone that's too embarrassed and too worried in case they get slagged by telling us it's your birthday. So happy birthday to you all, and hopefully you will have had a wonderful day, or if it's coming up, make sure that your family spoil you for your birthday. So happy birthday to you all. This is from us all at Ulster Bands Forum and the Virtual Band Parades. Happy birthday to you all, and to anyone else who has had a birthday over the past week or the coming week. Now, let's see where we're going to next. Yes, we've been asked a couple of nights now for this band, and we were sent a clip from them on the 12th day. So, of course, we had to make sure it was included. This is Castle Gore Flute Band. How brilliant was that wee triangle player? I'm guessing that was Daddy on the drum, just because of the way he was watching him and the way he was encouraging him. But absolutely fantastic there. They did tell me with the clip about the triangle player, and I forgot to note it so I could tell you to watch him. But you couldn't take your eyes off him, and such a fantastic sense of timing for such a young guy. Absolutely brilliant. Well done to him. Now the comments there asking about music for the drummers. Yes, it is indeed. For the part music bands and often for the accordion bands, you do indeed have music for the drummers for the score in the exact same way that you do for the instruments and the parts and so on. So yep, that is flute band music. It's all in one line. It's one note of the stave. So you don't have to worry too much about going up and down the way you do with an instrument, but it like it gives you like how many semi-breves or how many triplets to play and all that kind of stuff. Now, Matthew Warwick on the piccolo says, Joshua, yeah, just noticed that then myself, Joshua. He was hiding in behind someone, so I just saw him at the last minute. Matthew can play nearly as many instruments as you have uniforms. He's a man of many talents indeed. Now,
nobody could be that talented. Nobody could play as many instruments as Josh has got uniforms, because
she's very sore on you, isn't he? She's very
nobody in this land has got a big as wardrobe as Josh. He sent me a picture of it, and it had to be done widescreen, and he had to be 3 mile back from it just to fit it all in.
Someone had asked where Castlegower are from, and they are just outside Kells in the Ballymena area. Now, where are we going to go next? I saw someone had asked, had we played Crimson Star? We had Crimson Star on the list, and we went to play Crimson Star, and the video wouldn't play for us. So unfortunately, we can't get that clip in tonight. So let's move to the next clip that we can play. This is a wee trip down to Portadown. It's one of the Isle Boys bands thoroughly enjoying themselves being out on the 12th day. This is Portadown True Blues Isle Boys. Unfortunately, that's the end of the clip, but it's always good to see the Isle Boys bands out enjoying themselves. Now, someone had asked earlier on, were Star of the Row on this evening? And yes, they are indeed. This is Star of the Row, parading in their local estates there in Limavady on the 12th day. one upmanship going on there in the comments. So we have Matthew Warwick, who is playing 9 instruments. And then Joshua says he only has 4 instruments. However, we have a higher bid in from Alan Knox, who has 5 uniforms. So you've lost your title, Joshua. You are no longer him of the most uniforms in the province. You've lost it to Alan. Alan is taking that title from you. Niall, earlier on, we were talking about...
Just a wee word out to all other bands out there of the melody style. Joshua is going to come knocking at your doors, wanting to know if he can get a uniform. So it'll be like the Mourne Young Defenders, William King. He'll be coming knocking the door saying, "I want to come out and play."
He only wants a uniform so he can beat Alan. That's all it is. Can anybody beat 5 then? Has anybody got more uniforms than 5? I'm sure there's probably somebody out there. Niall was saying earlier on that the drummers having music proves that the drummers are real musicians. Well, the thing about it is, Niall, as I said, their notes are just in one line. Real musicians have notes in all 5 of the lines and the spaces. Can you imagine? Drummers could just cope with 1 line. So, they're getting there. I better shut up before somebody comes and clocks me. Now, our next band, again, a band we don't have on very often on the virtual band parade here, but again, a very, very good accordion band. This is Knocklochram Accordion, playing again on the 12th day of July in Knocklochram village itself. Great there from Knocklochram, Victor Brownlow on the front there playing extremely well.
Oh,
now,
like that wee flourish at the end.
Sorry?
Like that wee flourish at the end.
Oh yes, of course. Us accordion bands can do everything. Now, we've had a upset to the numbers here. Upset. It's very serious, this. Allegations, Alan, have come in that 3 of your 5 uniforms are for the one band. Would you like to clarify this statement? Because as Robert says, if that's the case, then China and East Belfast Protestant Boys must have like 20 uniforms. So they're maybe ahead. So, the judge's decision, I don't know, are the uniforms separate bands, or can you have, does it count to have multiple uniforms for the one band? I do not know at all. It's very, very, very tense now, very tense. I can feel the tension, and the competition is it's definitely increasing. I've lost the plot. I really have. Now, I want to go back here. Margaret or Mary. Let me just scroll back here. Margaret told us that the wee guy playing triangle for Castlegore is with his mum, and he will be 3 at the end of August. That is so fantastic. I'm so glad to see that. My wee lad started play his first parade in the band. He was 2.5. And he stuck it for 11 years and then became a teenager and can do nothing with them.
And Susan, yes, you are right. The badges are £3.
Oh, yes. Someone has asked about how much the light of foot badges are, and I've had a couple of private messages asking about the badges, and I will get back to everybody. It's just
Light of what?
What?
Light of what?
What did I say?
Foot.
Foot. Is that not what it is? Light of foot?
No, it's light of foot.
Oh, excuse me. Aren't we fair? You're only from Ballymena. What are you at me about my accent from? No. I would have saved this to the end. You know the way they say it about keeping the best till last. But, you know, I had to slot them in at the last minute. So I managed to get them in somewhere. So, Mummy, make sure that Daddy's waking because he normally just sleeps through the show. She puts it on the house and then he goes to sleep. I don't know what that kind of says about. So make sure he's waking for this next clip. This next clip, of course, are my own personal favourite band. It's my family band. And this is them playing on the 12th morning out at Balrasheen. Balrasheen there playing Over the Garden Wall. I was actually looking for a clip of them playing No Surrender because it's my favouriteest tune that they play. More to do with the syncopation of the drums against the melody in the middle part of it. However, I don't think that the band would call that syncopation whatsoever. Over 100 years ago when they were formed and started doing that drumming, I don't know if they even knew the word syncopation, never mind what it was. So you know the way it's the family band, so therefore it's kind of in there. Now, great band, they absolutely are. The Milkmen, White Army, traditional. They're still playing the tunes that they played over 100 years ago, because I think their 110th anniversary was maybe last year. So they're still.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Yes.
This is coming from the woman who had a go at me because Predator Me and play the same drum start-up as they did 45 years ago whenever they first started. And now you're saying how brilliant it is that a band is playing the same drums and music it was playing 100 years ago.
Well, it's not the same drums. I mean, they've obviously got new drums.
Well,
since
so
then,
Predator Me have got new Predator Me have got new drums. They've brought new tunes in and everything else. But
well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Whenever Predator Me are playing the start-up in 60 years' time, I'll only be, like 65 or so. So then
you'll only be 132.
So when they've played it for 100 years, then I will come to you and I will say, Roy, it's fantastic that they're still playing the same drum parts 100 years from now. Oh my goodness,
I don't forget these little things, Valerie.
Oh, Val. Come on now. 110 years, and you're taking no. Oh, you don't say nothing about Balmasheen. That doesn't happen. Now, let's move on quickly before we fall out. Kingsmill Flute Band, again, another band that I personally don't see very often, so I was really glad to get sent this clip. And again, this is them on the 12th. Kingsmill there playing extremely well, and that looks like Coke. Yeah, Coke Village, it is indeed. A lot of you commenting there about having been to the Bentley in Knocklochram. Yes, very, very, very popular spot for band concerts for many years. Diane, that tune was called In Christ Alone, as far as I know. Yeah, Nicola, that is definitely in Coke. We recognise the hotel down at the bottom of the hill. Gavin says that Curran Balmasheen used to have the same drums as Curran. They did indeed, the brass skeleton drums. I think there's about 8 of them up the attic still at home. My dad won't part with them whatsoever. Now, coming on to our last of the 2 bands this evening. This one here is especially for China, because I haven't really mentioned them up tonight. No, it's not. Oh, China, you're just going to have to wait in tenterhooks. The next band isn't you guys at all. The next band is Ballymock and Purple Guards, and once again, this is them on the 12th day. Carl, you liked it so much, we just had to play it twice for you. Not intentional at all. We did it. That it wasn't planned in any way. Margaret Hill said Balmasheen is my favourite band. Margaret, you're obviously a lady of great taste and musical discernment. Absolutely fantastic choice. Now, the next clip is for China. It is his new band that he has joined recently. It is, of course, Gertrude Starr playing on the 12th day. Somebody enjoyed that. In Belfast town, it was actually one of the songs that I had picked out for us to do on our 11th night loyalist karaoke type thing. And I said, no, it's too depressing, don't play it. It's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant song. Now, we are our last
The version
band.
you had of it we would have people.
It's a waltz, for goodness sake. You can't get fast in a waltz. Oh, dear, 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 dear. Trevor says that you nearly need a taxi to get to the flag carriers from the back row. I thought that was absolutely excellent spacing, to be honest. They should be walking at that spacing all the time. Never mind COVID. Nice, good spacing. When I was in the band in Dunloy, that was always our instructions, that nobody should be closer to you than an arm's distance, because that's the perfect spacing. So there's quite a lot of arms being flung out a lot of times.
What have you got wee short arms? What have you got wee short arms?
It would be balanced out by people with really long arms then. I don't know. I just did what I was told. I didn't question it. Now, let us go to our last band. This is the last band this evening for the 12th night. This is the last of our 12th day coverage. Thankfully, no more sashes for me. Lisa, I hope you have checked every one of those clips for tomorrow night to make sure there are no more sashes. I don't want to hear another one until next 12th. Thank you very much. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Make sure you join us, because we're going to try something completely new, completely different that we haven't tried before. And I've no idea whether it's going to work, but hey, we tried this after all. So let's see whether this works tomorrow night or not.
Right.
And then, of course, if you're not with us tomorrow night, make sure you join us next week. We have a target of £60 in order to make sure that the weekend is worth it. It is our Ballymoney Cancer, or our Cancer Research Parade fundraiser. We haven't asked for anything from you guys the whole time that we've done this, so we're just asking you to donate to a charity. It doesn't come anywhere near us, and the charity gets 100% of the money that you donate, and it's via text message as well, so we don't need to be tech savvy neither. The details are in on the post, but don't worry about that until next weekend, because we will be absolutely sickening you with the details, because we want to raise a load of money for a fantastic charity. So, last band of tonight.
Just before you go on to the last band, Valerie, even if you take BBC One and ITV's coverage of the 12th, where would they wouldn't even get anywhere near 6 hours of 12th coverage, and that's what we have done tonight. That's what we have done since the 12th. 6 hours of 12th coverage.
So we haven't ever even thought of that.
BBC One, ITV, eat your hearts out.
Pay your license fee to us instead. So much better use for the money. Right, we're going to go. This is our last band. This is Pride of the Hill Carn Money, playing the Billies, March and Boys of Derry. This is them on the 12th day. Until tomorrow night, keep safe, and we'll see you all then. And keep the flits to the myth, because we're coming to the tune.
when England's glorious sun in 1688 was overcast with treason's cloud and popery stood elate, that up arose her Protestants, the peasant and the peer, and vowed the chain of perjure James that they would not dainty wear. They sought them out a prudent chief to guide their heart and zeal, to lead them on that victory might bless their flashing steel. And who so fit to guide that host in all its bright array as William, Prince of Orange, ere he landed at Torbay. Then up arose the mighty chief and left his native shore, and rode upon the stormy waves our freedom to restore. Upon his flag was blazoned forth high fluttering o'er the main, that our religion and our laws he ever would maintain. 'Twas then in gallant style he stood upon the vessel's prow, with victory on his flashing sword and wisdom on his brow. And tens of thousands greeted him upon his natal day, when he, our glorious Orange chief, first landed at Torbay. Come, brethren of the Orange bond, a bond ne'er to be riven. Whene'er we give great William's name, a bumper must be given. For if you'd fire a fou de joie to him who victory won, come prime and load and see you give charge unto your gun. The eloquence of bumpers full there's nothing can surpass. There's naught expresses kindred soul like friendship's social glass. And thus we give our song and toast with 3 times 3 huzzah, the memory of King William and his landing at Torbay. The memory of King William and his landing at Torbay.